Antonio Conte is furious after Spurs drew 3-3 with Southampton yesterday in the game that Spurs had led 3-1. And in the last 15 minutes of the game, Southampton found themselves at level terms with Tottenham Hotspur. Conte has come out and really fumed at all to the players of Tottenham Hotspur, then to the entire hierarchy. Daniel Levy was not also spared. Antonio Conte is a man of his balls and a man of his own words. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you're watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, never subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. Now, I was here contemplating on whether to come and give my view because I saw this yesterday night when the game was done. I said, should I give my stand? But today I said, before we go into the match day live of Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, I said, let me first record this video and put it up because I felt like my mind was so much thinking about what Antonio Conte said and what it means for his future. Many have come out to say that he's calling for his sacking. A few have come out and really backed him, that is the right man to stay or to be at the job. Others are calling in for Pochettino to come in through. But let's see how it all started. Now, Conte first said the following. He said, we are not a team. We are 11 players that go into the pitch and see selfish players. Players that don't want to help each other and don't put their heart. Until now, I try to hide the situation, but not anymore. I think in one of the videos I did, when Richarlison came out and really attacked Conte, that he promised him to start and then he benched him, I insinuated that there is a problem at Spurs. There is a problem in the dressing room, and soon we'll get this known. The same applies to Liverpool. One day, one time, you'll come out and know that there were problems at Liverpool. That's why the team was performing like that. So, Antonio Conte, the manager himself, has come out and really told us that there is a problem at Spurs, and it cannot be hid. It cannot be hidden anymore. And he's right. He's right, because what you see on the field of play just shows you exactly what is happening off the pitch. So, when you see Spurs leading by 3-1, you get a team that is coached by an Italian manager, and we know that the philosophy of Italians is catenaccio, keeping it safe and tight at the back. But look at how many goals Spurs have conceded this season. You get? It shows you that there are a lot of misunderstandings between the players and the manager and the board. Then, Conte said he's always the same. Every season, the club has the responsibility for the transfer market. The coach has the responsibility. But the players, where are they? I see only 11 players that play for themselves. And obviously, he's right, because you can't tell me that if at all you are Spurs and you want to go to the Champions League, you've gotten a chance that you are leading Southampton by 3-1, and then you bottle it up. You get? However much Antonio Conte is also blaming the players at the wrong forum, because I believe this should be done outside, because I've seen very many. This should be done out of the limelight. He should be at the training session, slating the players and punishing them. That's it. But this time around, he has gotten it wrong. But even the players should take the responsibility. And this is where he really hit on the top of the nail, that they are used to it here at Tottenham. They do play for something important. They don't play for something important. They don't want to play under pressure, under stress. It is easy in this way. Tottenham stories, this for 20 years. There is the owner, but they never won something. Why? So, I think this is where you should come out and really hail Antonio Conte. You know, he has gone ahead and really be open. For me, I think amid him addressing this on the wrong forum, he has gone ahead and revealed the problem with Spurs. I think they are a team that is so much okay with playing in the Champions League, even if we don't win, you get? So, I think they're okay with that. And he knows that a fish to rot, it starts at the head, not the tail. And that means Spurs is rotten from the top to the bottom. And to get Spurs to winning ways, trophy winning ways, the mentality has to first change from its owner. That's Daniel Levy. You get? So he's right onto that, because for the last 20 years, Spurs haven't lifted anything. And I was reading a certain article when Spurs was knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday. It looked normal. Do you know why? They've never gone out for a trophy. But I think if at all I'm Spurs, I would have gone ahead to really play a very huge team and strong team against Sheffield Wednesday, knock them out, go into the quarterfinals, because Blackburn is playing Sheffield Wednesday. That means they would have been playing Blackburn. They would have seen themselves playing in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. You get? And at least they had a chance to go to the final, according to me. So I think he's right. The mentality at the club is not right, and they need to address it better, because the likes of Harry Kane, that's why you see to it that he even wants to extend his contract. He's having contract negotiations with Spurs, yet there are teams like Manchester United that need him to take him and obviously be part of the trophy-winning era. And he doesn't want, because he's okay with what is at Spurs. I think he's a person who isn't result-oriented. That's why even at England, he's the captain, but that appetite of winning is not built way far from the club. So I think if I'm Southgate, after hearing all that, I change the captain of England, because his appetite is low. Because if at all his appetite was high, he would have been looking for a move away from Spurs, and he wouldn't have been in contract negotiations with Spurs. Would have told them, I want a move immediately. ASAP, I want out. That is it. Again, Conte said, I see selfish players that don't play, that don't help each other, and don't put their heart into this. There is no fire, no desire. You need to have this in every moment. When you are not a team, you can't improve. And I think this goes to Harry Kane. You know, I think for him, it's okay for him to score 20 goals every season. I think his main aim is to break the record of Alan Shearer. That's it. And he's soon hitting 300 goals. You get? So, I think he has gone ahead to attack Harry Kane, and obviously he's right on it, because selfish and individual goals, that's what these players are all about. And the hardest thing in the modern game of football is to build a team. You know, you can be having good players, but you can fail to build a team. The same, it affected Real Madrid way back. I think it was around 2004, 2005, 2006. They had the creme de la creme of football talent. They had the best CDM in the world, it was Makelele. They had the best midfielder in the world, that was Zidane. They had Ronaldo, the best striker in the world. They had the best left back in the world, that was Roberto Carlos. They had one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Iker Casillas. They had Emerson, they had Guti. They signed Beckham, David. By the time he was the most famous footballer on planet Earth. You get? They had every kind of Galactico, but that team failed to win a Champions League. That's it. And look at the team that won the Champions League 3 times. You get? I think the only Galacticos you talk about was Iker Casillas. There was Ronaldo, Sergio Ramos, Luka Modric. Who else? There are not so many stars into that team. You get? But they happen to really figure out and obviously tinker out and really get in those trophies. And Zidane did it. So I think he's right about that. And then he had the following to say again. You know, he said lots of things. He was fuming and the rant was really long. Then he said, here we play for the badge. We play to make Tottenham fans proud of us. You need fire in your eyes. This is unacceptable also for the fans. They follow us, pay for the ticket, and this performance is unacceptable. And obviously, you know, I saw this when Rokani came in at Manchester United. He called for an open heart surgery at Manchester United. And I think that is the same thing Antonio Conte is calling in for at Spurs, because if they can't play for the badge, you get? If they can't value the fans, then they are not the right players to play for Spurs. I think he needs players who are really of this era, of this age. You get, who can fight for the club and put their bodies on the line for the club. And if at all they cannot get that, nothing is going to change at Spurs. And I think he's right. Though to me, I believe he's partially right, according to the forum he used, because he might have come in here after trying to go all out and talk to the people responsible at Spurs, and they never showed any positive signals. You get? So I think he said, let me address it. If they sack me, let them sack me. And I think he did the same thing at Inter Milan. That's why he left at Inter Milan. He concluded by saying, he is always the same every season, no matter who is the manager. If they want to continue in this way, they can change the manager. A lot of managers, but the situation cannot change. Believe me. That means he was referring to the owner of Spurs, that is Daniel Levy, that he needs to change certain things. And I think he's going to hate to make those recommendations that if at all you want to be an elite club, you should be doing A, B, C, D. So guys, your thoughts on to Antonio Conte exposing Harry Kane and the owner of Spurs, Daniel Levy, are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. And should he be sacked or should be left on his job? That's it. Now, we are going to get to know who is the elephant at the team. If Conte doesn't get sacked, he would have gone ahead to prove that he's the elephant in the room, because Daniel Levy came out and told us that the best manager he has ever signed for Spurs is Antonio Conte. You get? Now, we are waiting for the action of the club. Are they sacking Conte or they are not sacking him? As Mauricio Pochettino is there looking for a job and eagerly waiting for his return at Spurs. So, I'm calling in for your thoughts, because I know all of you are really having different thoughts altogether. And don't forget to smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in on daily. This is Sunday. May the Lord God enlighten your Sunday. I'm out.